holiday movies again this year. So, this is our lineup. Yeah, let's check them out, shall we? P2 is a 2007 American psychological horror film directed by Frank Calhoun in his directorial debut. Co-written by Calhoun and producers Alexandre Aya and Gregory Levasseur, and starring Rachel Nichols and Wes Bentley.
Angela Bridges is a young and beautiful businesswoman who works in a midtown Manhattan office block and gets stuck working late on Christmas Eve before leaving to attend a family party. When she reaches the second underground parking level, P2, beneath the office block, she discovers that her car will not start. After receiving assistance from a socially awkward security guard named Thomas Buckley and turning down his offer to spend Christmas with him, she calls for a taxi and waits in the lobby. When the taxi arrives, she discovers she is locked in the lobby and runs back into the parking garage. The taxi leaves without her and the lights soon shut down. Angela, guided by the light on her cell phone, wanders around in the deserted parking lot. Thomas, who is revealed to be psychopathic, drugs her with chloroform and takes her to his office. Later, Angela awakens in a haze inside Thomas's office, having been changed into a white dress and high heels by Thomas and her foot chained to the table. Thomas tells her that he loves her, despite her many sins, having obsessively watched and recorded her for some time through the CCTV in the office block. And this is gonna be a Christmas Angela is never gonna forget. The film takes you on a suspense ride with many dark surprises. And there's a lot of cat and mouse games. Wes Bentley is a brilliant actor, and in this film he is Oscar worthy. Simply amazing. Rachel Nichols and him plays wonderful against each other. And P2 is a little gem that is really worth your time. Black Xmas, also pronounced as Black Christmas, is a 2006 slasher film written and directed by Glenn Morgan, who we talked about in an earlier episode about the Final Destination films. This guy has a great resume, and starring Katie Cassidy, Michelle Trachtenberg, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Oliver Hudson, Lacey Chabert, Kristen Cloak, Crystal Loaf, and Andrea Martin. Billy Lenz is born in 1970 with severe jaundice due to a liver disease and is constantly abused by his mother, Constance. 5 years later, Constance and her lover murder Billy's father, Frank, on Christmas Eve and bury the body in the house's crawl space. Billy witnesses their scheme, so they lock him in the attic. In 1982, Constance rapes Billy to conceive another child, since her boyfriend is impotent, and she gives birth to their daughter, Agnes. On Christmas Day 1991, Billy escapes from the attic and disfigures 8-year-old Agnes by gouging out her eye. He then brutally murders his mother and her lover. He is caught by police eating cookies made out of his mother's flesh and is sent to a mental asylum while Agnes is taken to a local orphanage. Yes, this movie is pretty sick and twisted in every way, and it's definitely not for everybody. But I think it's a fun ride. The setup is pretty elaborate, and the pacing and suspense keeps up throughout the entire film. And the stalking of the girls in the sorority house is also pretty suspenseful.
Yeah, this movie takes the slash of the slasher movie to a whole new level.
Yeah, in December 2006, upon anticipation of its release, the film garnered criticism from religious groups due to its depiction of graphic content in a holiday setting, as well as the distributor's decision to release the film on Christmas Day. The film received negative reviews from critics, who took issue with the screenplay and excessive violence.
It's so Wonderful Knife is a 2023 American Christmas horror comedy film directed by Tyler McIntyre and written by Michael Kennedy. It stars Jane Witherup, Jess McLeod, Joel McHale, Catherine Isabel, William B. Davis, and Justin Long.
In the town of Angel Falls, while teenager Winnie Carruthers is celebrating the Christmas season with her family, her father David is called away by his business partner, Henry Waters, the CEO of Waters Industry. With David in tow, Henry attempts to persuade longtime local resident Roger Evans to sign off his house to be demolished to make room for a massive shopping mall. But Roger refuses, as he intends to pass the house to his granddaughter, Kara, who is Winnie's best friend. Later, a masked assailant known as the Angel kills Roger in his home. At a party that night, the Angel murders Kara and nearly kills Winnie's brother Jimmy. But Winnie electrocutes the killer to death. She then unmasks the Angel, who turns out to be Henry. 1 year later, David is now the CEO of Waters Industry. Winnie is still grieving Kara's death, while her family has moved on from the events of the previous year. She attends a family Christmas party at her boyfriend Robbie's house, where she befriends a social outcast named Bernie, before discovering that Robbie has been cheating on her with her friend Darla for a year. Distraught, Winnie goes alone to a bridge and, looking up at the aurora lights in the sky, wishes she had never been born. Suddenly, the aurora disappears and the town's power briefly goes out before returning. After the Angel briefly chases Winnie, she learns that the town's sheriff is now Henry's younger brother Buck, who claims that he does not recognize her. She is then greeted by Henry, who is now the town mayor. Winnie goes to see her family, who also do not recognize her, and she realizes she has been transported to an alternate reality in which she never existed, meaning that Angel is still alive and has already killed several more people since the previous year, including Jimmy. It's a Wonderful Knife. It's a spin on the 1946 Christmas film It's a Wonderful Life. However, instead of the lead character recognizing his previous good deeds, the character Winnie discovers how many deaths she has prevented in her town. Check it out. It's lots of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
So that was it for our Christmas special this year. I hope you enjoyed them.
We sure did.
Exactly. So, season greetings.
Merry Christmas.
Yes. We want to wish you a very Merry
Christmas.
Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin lays an egg. The Batmobile broke its wheel, the Joker got a